as most of you guys know, I'm an OG Fallout 76 player, so I can definitely confirm when I've seen some buggy ass glitches, which I of course had. I mean, when you first played Fallout 76 in 2018, that shit was so unplayable. There was a glitch every time you freaking turned around, whether it was people's heads being as tall as freaking Shaq's penis, or I don't know, whatever it might be. A lot of body morphing was a lot of glitches, whether it was on the main characters or the freaking NPCs. Ton of glitches from the start, but as we know, 2025 Fallout 76 has come around. There are less glitches in the game. A lot less glitches in the game. But unfortunately, you still find some here and there. And in my first ever time playing Fallout 76's Atlantic City, I found a pretty bad glitch that actually wouldn't let me progress the game, and it was very, very unfortunate. To give you guys a brief, recap on what I of course did, I actually decided to play Atlantic City and start the Flooded City Expedition, where I was greeted by Mayor Tim over the intercom, who just quietly sounded like he was speaking through a KFC speaker box. Like, that shit was so muffled, it was crazy. I couldn't even freaking hear him. But once I'd spoken to Mayor Tim, I arrived in a city full of hundreds of enemies that I had to kill to progress. Once you kill them, you're able to make your way into City Hall, where you're able to speak to Mayor Tim. Mayor Tim gives you a mission to complete once leaving City Hall, which in my case was to put out some fires. While speaking to Mayor Tim, he also encouraged me to go speak to Buttercup, who gives you some side quests, including locating the lost Doziers, or Doziers? I don't fucking know, in the community center, as well as recovering security cam footage. Once I left City Hall, it was my goal to put out the fires until a glitch happened that actually prevented me from progressing forward. Now, I'm not sure why, but for some reason, I couldn't collect water, and a prompt for me to do so just wasn't popping up. When I looked into this glitch, it was a glitch found by many online, where they would go up to the fire hydrant to collect water with legitimately just no prompt coming up whatsoever. The whole mission became confusing from this point forward. Not only was there no directions to originally tell me to collect water from the fire pump, but when I actually thought that might be what Bethesda wanted me to do here, I didn't even get a prompt to say to collect water. This led me wandering around for minutes trying to figure out what to do. And I mean, it led me walking around for minutes. I genuinely spent like freaking 20 minutes trying to figure out where do I get water from, because water just wasn't, there was nothing popping up saying where to actually go. Of course, I did, eventually decide to YouTube it, where I found some random Indian bloke online doing a YouTube tutorial on how to beat the mission, where he explained you had to collect water from the fire hydrants. As you can see by my gameplay, that's just something I wasn't able to do, meaning I wasted all this time on this mission and had to completely back out of the game and do a whole different expedition because that one was glitched and broken. Now, don't get me wrong, I thought originally I did actually, once I watched the Indian guy basically talk to me nicely through his microphone and tell me what to do, I thought, hold on a second, maybe I did actually try and collect the water. Because after all, I was kind of tired while playing, and I didn't ultimately know how to even throw the water, which turns out you hold the right bumper on the controller and it throws it like a grenade. It's very, very confusing. It's not like Bethesda even tells you to do that, and it's an odd choice. But when I actually went back in game to try and throw, a grenade to see if I had the water there, I legitimately couldn't do anything, meaning that the prompt just never comes up. I didn't accidentally click it or anything. which would have been impossible because you actually do have to hold it down to click it for starters. And that means the DLC, the expedition, was just flat out broken and something that you couldn't go past with. Now, this does anger me and upset me a little bit, not because it wasted my time or anything like that, but I guess because, I mean, we're 7 years into Fallout 76 now, and you've got broken-ass missions still. Like, it's not like Atlantic City just came out. I might be playing it for the first time, which I legitimately am. Like, I'm just getting back into Fallout 76. A lot of what I've seen so far I really liked, and I've talked about it on the channel, saying that I do believe it's a good game now. But it's also like, hey, this DLC came out a couple years ago. I've just tried to play it as a new player. Not only was everything so confusing because I didn't get any prompts, and even if I did, get a prompt, let's just say I did get a prompt that said collect water, and it wasn't glitched and broken, right? I would have never known you had to throw it like a grenade. And I didn't learn this out until the next expedition, which I'll be making a video on, where you have to throw some shit in a truck. I did freaking YouTube search that too, because I was going through all my inventory to see how you dump this stuff, and you have to throw it like a grenade, which is the same as what you would have to do with the water, which I wouldn't have been able to figure out if it wasn't for some, like, Indian guy named Rajesh talking to me nicely on YouTube with a tutorial on how to beat this goddamn mission. So, it is a little bit strange. Not only was that not really user-friendly in my opinion, but I never even got to see if it was user-friendly or not because the game was glitched and I didn't get to progress forward. Meaning that I didn't get to complete this expedition. I guess I did waste some time trying to play it. So yeah, this Fallout 76 expedition is a little bit broken. I have searched this up to see if other players were having it, and there were players on Reddit from like years ago and players now that still say it is broken. I appear to have the glitch myself, which was a massive pain in the ass. And yeah, that means that there is a Fallout 76 Atlantic City expedition that is broken, and that players just can't get past it. When going online as well, I actually saw some player write how it took him 4 times to retry this quest to, of course, progress through this mission and be able to throw, be able to actually go and collect some freaking goddamn water to put out these fires. It's a bit disappointing on Bethesda's part here. A little bit strange for sure. I don't know if they'll ever fix this. I don't even know if they care because they're moving on to so much other stuff. Maybe a fix might even come in the next update. I'm not really too sure. But the point is on this video, yes, Fallout 76 is a good game, but yes, there are still broken parts about it, which of course I encountered here. Of course, I'd very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section down below. Don't forget to tell me and comment if you've run into this glitch, if you guys were able to get past it by replaying it or whatever it might be. Have you played Fallout 76 Atlantic City Expeditions or whatever? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Subscribe to the channel for latest gaming, Fallout content, all of the above. My sports channel will also be getting linked down below, as well as my Instagram. If you haven't gone, check them out. Links down below as well. But yeah, as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.